What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We are checking out Dying to Love by Bad Omens. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out a new music video from Bad Omens, Dying to Love, and I'm dying to get into it. So without further ado, let's go. Ooh. Feels like a little bit of death tones in there. Never mind. Yo, this is a movie. Again. Ooh. Oh, it's so twisted. Oh my god. So huge. That's what she said. Ooh. Such a grand chorus. We're about to enter a dark fucking period.
They circle over the stage, my essence slipping away. Waiting for
Damn. Wait a second back. Oh my god. Oh man, this guitar definitely gives me early 2000 vibes. Oh. This part is so unsettling, so haunting, it's so creepy, but it has a groove to it. Oh my god, that was beautiful. God damn. Wait, I'm seeing a door. And here we connected all to the first trailer with OP, right? We saw that same door in Impose, Inspector, um, which it's kind of what I was talking about, right? I don't remember if I said that in Inspector or in Impose, but it's like you have completely different genres, right? Impose was a completely different vibe, a completely different groove, but yet it connects it to the same concept. So like each door opens up a different dimension, a different character that is going through their own like hardships, right? So it's like in Impose, I believe it was like the woman who was seeing like this dude who actually wasn't there anymore. So it's like the memories of him that are haunting. They He is basically her Spectre. Then in the actual title Spectre, there's like all these doors. There's like this kid, like in the trailer with Opie of Sons of Anarchy, like being haunted. Every single character in these music videos is being haunted by something. And there is like the shot in Spectre of like the child who witnessed like a car crash or something like that. And I remember talking about it, finding the information that apparently Noah's now I don't even remember if it was like his biological dad or his stepdad who was involved in like a car wreck, and it was like potentially like a reference to that, like his own like the lyrics themselves, and even like the direction that I believe Noah participated in the music video itself. It's like referencing like past trauma, which makes sense because the trauma is your specter. It's the thing that is haunting you and is not letting you feel like you can be like a human being in this world. You know, you don't want to impose. You're basically taken over by the specter that won't let you be normal, and you keep on being haunted by it. So here again we have another door for this individual who's kind of like the main character of this story in a way, which I thought was really really interesting. The breakdown was dope. It was a slightly different kind of scream than I've heard from Noah, and just like the sound in general is beautiful. It's haunting. Like to me, the word to describe the sound is kind of like cinematic. It's cinematic core for me. Like it's absolutely beautiful. It's poetic. It has like this grand feeling to its chorus, like a little bit of orchestra as well in there. But then like the breakdown and like the post chorus, like that twisted, instrumental is so insanely haunting. It's unique, it's creative, and it's just hauntingly beautiful. It's legitimately, there's like an unsettling quality to it. It sounds like something from like a horror movie in a way, which fits within this concept so fucking well. There is also something that I found very interesting while looking up the Reddit post, the thread for this song, which implies potentially some of the lyrics maybe connecting it to like the real life of Bad Omens in terms of very parasocial fans, which I feel like I do remember reading like a story both about Bad Omens but also about Sleep Token, and it kind of makes me think of both of them. Driving home with nowhere to be, passing ghosts and tired of sleep, blurry faces staring at me. They're staring, but they don't see a thing. That is literally making me think of these two bands. Because it's like they see you, but they don't actually see you. They see you on the surface, but they don't actually see what you're going through. So it kind of makes me think of like parasocial fans. Bad Omens has had their fair share of like issues. I maybe even like somebody deleting the Instagram account. Like I don't remember the specifics, but there are some like not so nice issues that went down with the actual like fans, or like some fans that became very parasocial, very much too involved in the lives of these guys. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with the real life of the members of Bad Omens, but at the same time, it definitely makes me think of that, especially the lyrics of like blurry faces. There's so many fans that their faces just become blurry to me. And yet, despite of their blurriness, or maybe the blurriness is like the anonymity in a way, because they can hurt you, they can see you, but they don't actually see the real you. They only see you on the surface. But also, these lyrics do make me think of like, people just seeing you in general, but not actually knowing what you're going through, in terms of like people going through depression, but putting on a happy face, driving home from work and passing all these ghosts, all these specters, quote unquote, all these things that are haunting you. In a way, that could be a thing here too. Then there's the second verse, which is so interesting to me because they say, stepping stones that bloody your feet, sirens holding flowers of teeth. They call your name from ivory streets, but heaven isn't quite what it seems. Like there's such a contrast between what you think it is and how it actually is. Like you think life is so high up on a pedestal. I'm in heaven basically, but I couldn't be closer to hell than you can ever imagine, basically. Like stepping stones in a way, like when like fighters kind of like use that phrase a lot when they face an opponent that could basically make them famous, like this is going to be my stepping stone or something like that. But in reality, those stepping stones caused our fucking feet to bleed, so our steps, like our, you know um we had to pay for our fame with blood, so to speak, blood, sweat, and tears, kind of thing. Which I'm not sure if maybe that could even relate to like their evolution from their inception, basically, and sounding like a group that definitely back when I listened to them for the first time, which was probably like 2016, 17, I believe. Glass Houses was a song that I absolutely was like, I was a fucking diehard fan of that song. Like I enjoyed it so much. I had it on repeat probably like for a whole month. Uh, but and then I listened to the actual album and became a huge fan of them. But there was definitely like this notion that, oh, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Bring Me the Horizon. That could have been a bit of a stepping stone, if that makes sense. And then their evolution, and then everything that transpired that led to like Death of Peace of Mind. And then, every time you make something amazing, people will hold you to that standard, and they will also want you to stay at that standard or at that genre, so to speak. And Bad Omens is a band that does not shy from, going the opposite direction. Like they can give you some insanely heavy songs, but then they can give you some really sexy kind of like tunes, much like basically like Spectre, Dying to Love, and then you have Impose, basically. So Stepping Stones is very interesting. Then They Call Your Name from Ivory Streets. Now, I'm not sure about Ivory Streets, but there is like a phrase called Ivory Tower, which means an ivory tower is often used to describe academics, scholars, or artists who are perceived as being too idealistic or disconnected from the real world. That's kind of interesting, especially when you think about, you know, the hate that Bad Omens get for not being heavy enough. Like that, those are at least some of the comments that I'm getting. Like there's always going to be someone that is like disconnected from reality, that feels at the same time so connected to you for some reason, that wants you to be a certain way, and if you're not that way, then they are going to hate you. So I'm not sure if Ivory Street is supposed to be like some particular set of like people, critics, whoever, who calls you out while they couldn't be more disconnected from reality. And then heaven isn't quite what it seems. It's almost like my heaven was the death of peace of mind or some shit like that. But like my heaven became my nightmare in a way, because all this fame that Bad Omens has, like over 6 million listens on Spotify currently, like monthly listeners, that's pretty fucking dope. And just amazing success just in general. Like you might think that we are living in heaven, but it couldn't be more hellish. And also, obviously, just as we talked about in the first verse, their Bad Omens has definitely been through some like parasocial kind of like fans, and like fans that are a little bit, more on the side. So yeah, very interesting as well. The bridge, they circle over the stain, my essence slipping away. Usually, my brain almost like completed that sentence, and I was about to say they circle the train, but they circle over over the stain, my essence slipping away, waiting their turn for a taste. Like everybody wants a piece of me, everybody wants a taste, whether it's like the haters or in the concept of the actual music videos, these three that we had, the specters that want to taste, as you have the main hero who slips back into like the darkness and whatnot. That could be a thing too. Like it's like fighting your demons, fighting your specters, and the more you try to walk away from it, the more it pulls you back in. And when they get the taste, that's when you go into like a massive breakdown, or depression period or whatever it could be. It's like really going through it, and then the breakdown actually happens as the bridge leads up to it. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, honestly. Like, as much as I adore these guys and have been listening to them since like 2016, 17 or something, I don't know everything that goes on in their life. I don't follow them to such a degree on like their personal life. So I don't really know too much about some of the stuff that goes on in their actual life. Because I do remember seeing some titles of videos about some drama that happened with Bad Omens, but I don't know the exact specifics. But the actual music video was fucking incredible. Kudos to Noah and and the filmmaker, the collaborator of Nico, if I'm not mistaken, was his name, Paulilo or something. Sorry again for butchering his last name, but it was incredible. Like this sound is fucking dope. I saw a couple of comments of like people saying, "Oh, they found their sound." Honestly, I feel like their sound is whatever they want it to be in that period. You can definitely go into whatever album, whatever like year of Bad Omens, and it would have a different spice to it. It would still have heaviness, but it would also have like some lighter songs or like more in the sexy quote unquote side kind of songs. And honestly, this is just another chapter for them, and I'm sure that the next time they, gear towards like a quote unquote comeback or whatever, it's gonna sound probably even more different. Like I love the fact that it does have they do have an experimental kind of like identity to them, in a way, and they're never afraid of trying something new or trying something else and not staying in a box. They definitely like to dive outside of that box. So they did an absolutely incredible job with this one. As far as the song itself, I think that this is probably my favorite out of the three, which is kind of mind blowing to me because I couldn't stop listening to Spectre. But I feel like this one beats it. I really, really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, and if I made any sense, let me know in the comment section. If you want to add something, feel free to do so as well. And I'll catch you all next time. Make sure to check out the rest of my reactions to Impose and Spectre if you haven't yet. And thank you so much for watching. Be well and safe wherever you are, and have a wonderful weekend. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.